So, you're thinking about moving to downtown Kennebunk, Maine? Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the second downtown area. It's a little bit newer on the northern end of Route 1. And we're going to get after it right now. Hey, if you're new to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in southern Maine, then click subscribe and tap the bell so that you'll be the first to learn about the current market in southern Maine. We get calls and text messages every day from people just like you looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. Just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to southern Maine. This is probably the newest area of downtown Kennebunk. So like I said, there's 3 downtown areas. I'm doing 3 different videos on Kennebunk. The first part was on the southern end of Route 1, where the businesses are closer to Route 1. And here on the northern end of Route 1 downtown area, Route 1 is way over there, but you can see that building off on my shoulder, okay? So that's Route 1 over there. A lot more parking down here, easier to do your shopping and do your business down in this area. And similar stores, a little bit different stores. The other downtown area is, 10, 15-minute walk on sidewalks to get to the other end. So it's not terribly inconvenient, but Route 1 gets very busy. There are some shortcuts that I'll point out on the maps to get between the 2 areas of town if you want to avoid Route 1. But what I want to do now is I want to talk about some of the businesses and conveniences that you can have in this area of town. And then I'm going to get into the neighborhoods that are close by. You can walk to this downtown area from some of the neighborhoods. And the zoning obviously changed, so the housing is a little bit different in this area of town. Okay, so beyond much more parking, in this area of town, you're going to have Quest Fitness, a great place to go work out. I had a membership there for many years when I worked in downtown Kennebunk. You've got the Kennebunk Ace Hardware right there behind me. You've got the motor vehicle registry. If you need to renew your license or register a vehicle or trailer or something like that, that's right downtown in this area. You've got CVS drugstore and Walgreens. There are 2 nail spas in this area of town. You've got hair salons. You've got Hannaford's grocery store and a pharmacy. Tabit's outlet clothing store for women. You've got an Irving convenience store if you need to fill up on gas before you go to work or you're coming home. And across from the Irving fuel station, you'll find a professional park. You've got 2 orthodontist offices in downtown Kennebunk, which is where I brought my kids to have their teeth straightened. Okay, Kennebunk is considered a more wealthy town, so you have a lot of banks here. And those banks include TD Bank, which is where I did a lot of my banking. You've got Camden National Bank, you've got Northeast Credit Union, Key Bank, Biddeford Savings. Oops, I meant to say Norway Savings, where I do some additional banking. For restaurants on this end of town, you've got Dunkin' Donuts, you've got McDonald's, right? You got to have McDonald's. You've got Domino's Pizza, you've got Sebago Brewing Company, which is a really cool place to go to have a drink after work with some friends. Got great pizza and comfort food there. And it's a brewery. Now, I have seen food trucks on this end of town, and you've got Aroma Joe's if you want to do something different other than Dunkin' Donuts for your coffee in the morning. You've got Chinese restaurants and sushi in downtown Kennebunk. Hey guys, if you're liking this video and you're learning something, please click the like button. It really helps with the Google algorithm. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the drone up, give you a little bit of aerial footage of the area to help get your bearings, and I'll talk about some of the same stores just to give you some insight on the area. And then I'm going to take you into the neighborhood to show you how it's a little bit different than the other area of Kennebunk. That way you can compare and contrast the 3 areas of downtown. Okay, up, and away we go, guys. This is the parking lot with the hardware store and the pizza, appliance repair down there. Gonna keep heading way up in the air so we get a good view of the area. And there we go. That's about our maximum altitude right there. Okay, that's Hannaford's right over there, the grocery store. And just a little bit to the left of that, gonna come in here, Sebago Brewing right there. And you have another bank up there. Professional park down there, some Chinese food right here. Irving's filling station right here. And then coming up on the left here, this is TD Bank right here. Off in the distance, that's the neighborhood that I'm going to take you through that I think, you know, it's walking to downtown. It gives you a good representation of the area. Newer neighborhood than I showed you in the southern area of Route 1, which was much older than this end. That's Dunkin' Donuts right there in Route 1, crossing the street. And as we pan left, coming into focus there is Kennebunk Savings. And the drugstore right there, Walgreens. To the left of that, you've got CVS. There's McDonald's. Now, way off in the distance, that's the southern end. That was the first video I did. You can see the church steeples. Watch my other video if you want to learn about the older area of the downtown area. So you can see it's, you know, a 10, 15-minute walk. It's not that far. There's the post office right there. And this is a medical services building over here. This is also where Quest Fitness is. It's a gym that I went to for years. And okay, now we've done a full circle. And that's the hardware store, Domino's Pizza, appliance repair. Big parking lot here for services. And let's see. Did I mention the DMV? That's right over there in that parking lot. Yeah, right there. And Talbert's. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to cover. Now it's time to bring the drone back down and take it from there. Okay, we're going to shoot across Route 1 and straight over to Merrifield Drive here. And what I'm going to do is I'll put up some listings from Zillow that have sold in the past, and you can see these homes, you know, selling 400, 700,000, even 800,000. And I'm going to take a right here to stay on Merrifield Drive. All right. What I like about this neighborhood is, you know, sidewalks. That's a big deal to me. You know, if you're going to live in an area where you're close to town, your kids are going to be riding bikes or going for a walk with a dog or whatever, it's nice to see sidewalks. So, you know, these houses are well maintained, you know, definitely some neighborhood pride in this area. And the homes, you know, range in age anywhere from, you know, built in the last 5, 10 years, could go back as far as, you know, 50, 60 years. All right, I'm going to take a left here on Greenfield Drive. In this neighborhood, what I'll do after I get done driving through the neighborhood is I will bring up Google Maps and I will show you how people cut through this neighborhood, which you may or may not like, in order to avoid traffic on Route 1, because Route 1 traffic in Kennebunk, like a lot of coastal towns, is becoming a problem. More people moving in, and these towns need to prepare more for traffic. So what people are doing is they're cutting through these neighborhoods, and some of them are driving kind of fast. So, you know, be aware of that. I can help you understand the traffic patterns if you decide to look at real estate in this area. Okay, we're in Google Maps, and what I'm going to do is just give you an overview of the area. I did the south end of Route 1. That was one video. Right now I'm doing the north end of Route 1, this part of town, which is kind of like its own little village. And then there's the lower village down here, which a lot of people think is part of Kennebunkport, but it's not. It's a separate from Kennebunkport. It's part of Kennebunk. And there is a difference there. It's two separate towns. So what I want to do is I'm going to zoom in on this neighborhood that we just went through right here. And I want to talk about that traffic a little bit, just because I don't want to make it sound like it's a bigger problem than it is, because it's really only happened during the summer and on, you know, certain times of the day. So what'll happen is people will come down, you know, Route 1, and they'll take Ross Road, and they'll just cut across like that. It's just, people have always done that, even before there was really a traffic problem. But, you know, if they know it's really congested, they'll take a right here and come down Ross Road, and then buzz back down Fletcher to get around all that traffic. And, you know, if they're coming out of Hannaford's, you know, they just did their grocery shopping, instead of cutting down Route 1, if they live on this, down in this area over here, what they'll do is they'll shoot straight across and come up Merrifield, which is, you know, what I did the driving video on, and shoot down Woodhaven, and then take a left on Fletcher right by the high school and buzz back down here. So I was doing that myself when I worked down here, just because traffic, you know, on Fridays or just, you know, in the middle of the day in the summertime, it's busy. And it's fun to walk down that area, but it's not fun to drive and get caught up in traffic. So just be aware of that. Not a big deal. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, guys, I took a left out of the parking lot and headed towards the southern end of Kennebunk on Route 1. And all I want to say now is, as I wrap up, make comments down in the video if you liked it, or if you're local and you heard something that you can add value to, or maybe you want corrected, please make comments down below. Please be nice. All right, guys, remember, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or our favorite, schedule a Zoom. And until next time, we hope to show you around town.